This is going to be training log 5 for the 30th of April. So I seem to have a problem with like filming way too many clips per session. I think I've cut this one down from like 40 minutes to 20 minutes. I don't know how long it's going to be. But yeah, start off with this, what we're doing first here. I'm actually getting some good flexibility gains, like passively is coming in. So this is my obviously pike position. Quite a few times a week I do some sort of mobility, flexibility 20-minute routine. And then I've been doing on these Saturdays and these or chest days, whatever it is I'm doing here. I've been doing just another mobility start for warm up. Then I go into a bit of a max stretch, middle splits, and then after this I do a pancake position. I'm actually going quite deep in the middle splits here. So I start off with a horse stance squat thing, slowly slide out. I get quite low down. I've sped up the start of it and then I've slid it down again. Yeah, I'm getting quite low down the ground here, so that's quite good. But I am quite warmed up, so it's not quite the same as mobility. Being ready to a straightened position without warm up. Flexibility, I need to start warming up the muscles and shit and joints and that. Then I can start getting to the position. But yeah, give it a bit of force this time. Quite far down. It's quite a big improvement from last week's episode. Whatever episode, I don't know. Fuck. First log, whatever. Yeah, quite low down to the ground. Look at that. Get out of that. Oh, still in it. Staying in it. And then go into the pancake position. Quite a bit of a stretch in there. Start with doing like low back stretches into each leg. And after that, try to lay flat on the floor. But yeah, I think it's a bit of a PB ready for both middle splits. So that's the deepest I went. And you'll see here, got quite flat on the ground. I'm still quite a bit of a curved spine, which you don't want. You want like a neutral back. But yeah, that's pretty good. I was like surprised how low I went here. Look. So the idea is your stomach's going to touch the ground as well. But obviously not for me. But yeah, as I was saying, I do way too many clips. So you can just feel free to jump. If you actually are watching this, you can feel free to jump around in the video to watch the whole thing. So for this session, I did the same sort of thing as last week. Started off with dips. I actually do quite a bit of mess around here as well. Started off with a bit of warm up with these are skin the cats. Yeah, started off with dips. Then I went into a few push-ups, some pike push-ups. Then I ended up pull-ups, of course. I have a tendency to like mess around a bit when I do calisthenics. It's like not the same as weights, because when you have like just a barbell, I don't know if you can't do stupid stuff. But when you have rings, you can hang around, you can hang off stuff and do stupid stuff. So that's, a lot of my sessions is doing that, and like trying out different ways to dip and stuff like that. So my actual ring dip, I was experimenting with how my palms are on the ring itself. So I've been doing like the ring too low on my palm, as making my wrist touch the top of the ring, which you don't really want, because you start getting like sort of like it's like a rug burn sort of thing. You don't really want that. So I think you see later on in this, you see me it's sort of like a bent wrist. But it's what actual gymnasts do. But it makes it a lot harder because I'm using. So you see how my wrists, top of my like forearms are touching the top of the rings. That's giving me more stability. That's making it easier for myself, which you don't really want. So you want to make a gap between the ring and your forearm, which you'll see later on. It makes it a lot harder. But again, as the same as yesterday, I am feeling pretty weak. Well, I didn't feel weak, but I was weak. Last week I did a few reps at 30 kg. This week I couldn't even do 20, so did a few at 10. And after this, I even left the clip in as well. To even put the fails in there as well. But yeah, this sort of stuff keeps you honest. Like each rep, you can't if you can't do the rep, you just can't do the rep. You can't like kip, and you can't, I don't know, can't lift your ass off the bench kind of thing in bench press. You can't do that sort of shit. So you either go up or you don't, as you'll see here. Still trying to focus. I'm trying to focus on my shoulder position. I'm not really too sure if I'm doing it right or not, to be honest. I'm trying to go deep on purpose, get a good stretch. As long as the shoulder's healthy, I think it's fine. Just there's some shit where you gotta like have your shoulders like down and back, but I don't know if that key is not really working for me for dips so much. But yeah, I think that's enough talking about dips for now. I think we'll go on to the push-ups. Just did like high reps really. I think after I've done the dips, I don't think it's really worth going to advanced movements on the push-ups. So just did high reps and trying to get good form on that as well. Doing some pause reps as well. Get the good stretch. After that, I did some pike push-ups again. Started off with same deficit ones on the rings. Don't know if I actually did those last week, but they're pretty hard. And then I tried again even higher with the chair, but I couldn't even do 1 rep. So I sort of did like a superset. It's called like overcoming isometric. Like if you can't do the exercise, you go as hard as you can to try and push it up. If you can't do it, but then you make it easy for yourself. So I did a super hard chair one, which I didn't get up, but then I put the chair down the other way, like a way I could do it, and that made it easier because I've tried to train the muscle to do heavier than heavy, but then I do light instead. I don't know if that makes sense. And then I went down, and I pushed it even more, and then I went to flat on the ground, proper superset. And then after that, I put 2 blocks on the ground. So it's not on the rings, so not worrying about stability in that. And I'm doing deficit with just 2 blocks, and that felt pretty good too. And obviously the pull-ups, last exercise I did. Gotta put them in somewhere. I didn't do them yesterday. So I actually had them programming in on my leg day, so didn't end up doing those. But yeah, they felt pretty good because after all this pushing, my pulling actually felt pretty strong. Just focus on good like contraction at the top. A bit of a pause as well. Getting good form and pull-ups as well. Making sure you go for dead hang. Engage like the pull up. I don't know what it is, but you pull up a little bit to engage scapula, and then you do the full pull. You'll see in a minute. 10 minutes probably in this video. You can also see my cat in this video, yeah. But yeah, the thing is I don't have too much else to say. We'll see how as I said in the last one, we'll see how I improve going forward. When I get back to benching, I'm not like, we'll see how that works, because when I first started benching, I got really good really fast. I think that was from my dips and calisthenics, push-ups and all that. So I quickly got 100 kg on bench press. But I haven't really gained too much past that. So maybe I don't know. Maybe I've been benching wrong. Maybe it's got programming in wrong for me. Bench press. We'll see. Maybe after this calisthenics, we'll get add another 10 kg on a bench press or something. But at this point, I'm more into overhead press than bench press. Like I'm getting to the gym, I'm more keen to do overhead press and bench press. I think it's just cooler exercise. Because imagine doing 100 kg of HP, like, oh, that's pretty badass, isn't it? But then I don't know. You got to go heavy on bench press to like to do like a big actual lift. If that makes any sense. Like to be like, whoa, your bench is that. You got to go much higher the weights. But HP, it's like, you know, more honest. It's just like, oh yeah, 80 kg, nice one, mate. That's a good lift. Like, even though it's not like massive weights compared to bench press. But I'm just talking shit, so I'll end it here. Still, I think it's only halfway through the whole thing, so feel free to skip around if you are watching this. And I'll see you in the next one.